Hey y'all, it's your favorite Armadillo Lord here, and with the discovery of the mansion during my previous Pokemon Wild stream and video, I decided it's time to prepare my inventory and Pokemon before I go full force into the mansion to find what lays at the heart of the dungeon. I start off this prep by putting my Miltank farm to good use by collecting moo milk from my willing livestock, as these bottles restore 100 HP, which is very useful. I then decided it was time to create a new farm to harvest items that will be useful for my upcoming exploration of the Pokemon Mansion. The farm I decided to create is a water-type Pokemon farm, as water Pokemon will give you a hard shell, and that's one of the components for a regular Pokeball. Now, to make sure production is growing, I'll need to acquire more Pokemon for the farm so that I'll get enough materials to create plenty of Pokeballs for what I'll eventually be facing. But I'm making do with what I got, as the water Pokemon I currently have are producing a small amount of shells to help in my production once I'm ready. However, in order for me to produce Pokeballs, I need another item, which is a magnet, and in order to get said material, I need an electric-type Pokemon, which I start to collect them for my farm. With more Pokemon being added to the farm, it's going to be a bit cramped, so I decided to expand the living space so I can keep them happy and have more hard shell producers. Since I was there and already in a building mood, I decided to expand the old farm to accommodate my future producers while keeping my current Pokemon happy with plenty of space. Once completed, I now have more space for my electric-type Pokemon, who will produce the magnets necessary to create my backup Pokeballs. After my work is complete, I decided to get another round of moo milk to keep filling my inventory, as I'll need every bottle for the difficult battle that's ahead of me. Once I'm stocked up, I start my exploration again from Pokemon that will produce vital materials for me that'll help me in my upcoming expedition. My exploration turns up some results, as I find a willing water-type Pokemon to join me while I'm trying to get these Shinx eggs to hatch me 2 future magnet producers. During my search for producers, I find a powerful magnet producer, a Luxray, and attempt to catch the powerful Pokemon as a possible team member for my mansion expedition. However, the Luxray proved to be a very stubborn Pokemon, as it kept breaking out of my Pokeballs and eventually knocks out my entire team, causing me to white out back to my farm. After that kerfuffle, I need to replenish and grow my Pokeball inventory, especially after that stubborn Luxray cost me a ton of Pokeballs. Once I was satisfied with what I made, I began hatching the Shinx eggs in my party, as they could provide a few more opportunities to catch Pokemon, as an extra turn or two could be the turn I need to catch a Pokemon. While hatching my eggs, I encountered a friendly Krabby and happily added to my party as one more shell producer for me, and eventually hatch another magnet producer. After that, I got a bit sidetracked by nearby Lucario, as I want to see if my Lucario glitched, as he didn't get Aurora Sphere when he evolved, so I decided to try and catch this Lucario to see if it had Aurora Sphere. Thankfully, it didn't take too long to catch the Aurora Pokemon, and now I need to go check to see if this Lucario has Aurora Sphere and to drop off my new producers. When I check my new Lucario, it unfortunately does not have Aurora Sphere, and that means the move is not in the game yet, which is an odd choice since it is an iconic move for Lucario. After that quick check, I decided to check up on my other magnet producers and got a decent amount of materials from them. Feeling that I needed a little bit more, I hatched a few more magnet producers before I begin my next big project. And that project is that I need a stronger team to go with me into the mansion, as it's probably not a good idea to repeat what happened with me in the ruins and Volcarona, as I got extremely lucky with that encounter and capture. For this team, I decided to add Spiritomb to my team, as I feel like it would be a good member to have with me when facing the powerful Pokemon that lies inside the mansion. While I was exploring, I needed an electric-type Pokemon for my expedition and decided that Alolan Raichu would be a good member to add, so I decided to try and catch the Alolan Raichu I've seen in my journeys. Thankfully, Raichu isn't as stubborn as Luxray, as I was able to catch the Pokemon with little trouble and now have a valuable member to my team. Now I have to train up Spiritomb and especially Raichu, as he'll be vital to my plan when facing the big boss in the mansion. However, training up Raichu and Spiritomb is going to be tedious, as my current pool of wild Pokemon are very high leveled and difficult for them to take on by themselves. So for now, I'll have to leave it here as I try to fully train up my team another time. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitch to see my progress live in other games I decide to play, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.